Hello, my name is Doug Copp. I'm the Rescue Chief of the American Rescue Team International Division. We're the most experienced rescue team in the world with more than 3,000 team members in 13 countries. We're the only rescue team in the world that has team members in different countries. So we're truly an international rescue team. We have worked most of the major disasters in the world for the last 12 years, plus rescues on a daily basis of every kind throughout the world. We did something very important here in Istanbul. We constructed the school, and we also constructed the home. We have collapsed a school, and we have collapsed a home. I myself personally, as a rescue chief, have tunneled inside of more than 700 collapsed buildings. I have seen the principles that you see today, I have seen over and over and over and over again. People survive in voids. Voids are found around objects. If you get under something, you are squashed. The person on top of the bed was squashed. The person under the bed was squashed. The person in between the beds was completely unhurt, and in fact there was room enough for more than one person to be safe in that area. This is the area between the beds. We broke the slab down on top of it. That's why you'll see a little bit of rubble in between the beds. That was caused by us breaking the ceiling down. Normally there is no rubble at all. This clearly illustrates the principle that I teach at hotels around the world, which is survival in hotels with double beds like this can be increased to 95%. Even if the hotel collapses in a complete heap of rubble, it's almost impossible for you to be hurt, because the ceiling comes down, it rests on top of the beds, it breaks the legs underneath the beds, but in between the beds, because the large surface area of the beds, you will be safe. And in this case, the dummy wasn't hurt at all, and you can see how high the space is. The space is almost 2 feet high. The children under their desks were all squashed. Some of them had their heads chopped off, like this one. Meanwhile, in the aisles between the desks, it was clear. There was a clear shot. Anyone in the aisle would have survived. Paper does not compress, so it will actually act as a support for the ceiling when the ceiling comes down. So this safe island, void, created around this table will give an area where many people can gather around it in complete safety, even if the building completely collapses in a heap of rubble. We did that here, and here as well it created voids. You might also notice the safe in which we hid a camera to take shots. Well, that safe in itself acted the same way as papers do. And what it did was it enabled a space to exist around it exactly equal to its height. In other words, it does not compress at all. Therefore, anybody laying next to that safe would be completely uninjured. Now that...
Hold on. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, here we have the outside of the teacher's desk in the classroom. We've removed the dummy, but we couldn't get the pants out because his legs were so crushed that, well, you can see there's no space at all, so we can't even remove the pants. Where his chest was crushed, and you can see what happens right over here. The legs on the desk snap, so the person who's underneath the desk gets crushed. Meanwhile, there's still a safe space existing around the desk. That they would have been behind the desk or next in front of the desk, they would have been okay. The drawers got so smashed they got thrown away. Really simple. You get under your desk and you're dead. Happens all the time.
Yep. Okay, hold on a second. Go ahead.
Okay, this is the body of the dummy who laid on top of the bed. The only way we could even give you a picture of it was to break the concrete away from the top. From the side, you couldn't even see the thing. It was so squashed. So, the dummy on top of the bed is completely crushed. Underneath the bed, completely crushed. And in between the aisles and the bed, no problem. But we did want to get you a picture of the dummy that was on top of the bed. That you have seen with your own eyes the correct thing to do. I recommend that you do it and pass this information along to as many people as possible, as quickly as possible.